All right, guys, I wanted to make a video showing this because I almost ended up with a little bit of a disaster on my hands here because the size of this battery is not quite right, and it's not what it's listed as either. So I like the new battery technologies. AGMs, but even better, lithiums. So when my lawnmower battery went out on me, I thought, man, that would be cool to get. Let's see what kind of lithium options there are. So I did a lot of research online for U1. That's this battery size right here, is a group size U1 for these two on the ends. So I did a search for lithium U1s, and there were several actually. I've already got, how many Redodos? Two? One or two Redodos for other things, larger ones. And I like them. I've got two of their chargers and whatever. So I was like, dang, that's cool. I'll get that one. So it came in, paid about $180 or $190 for it. So I paid double or triple what I could have got one of these little AGMs for. And I've already had 4 AGMs by this brand. None of them have gone bad on me yet. 2 are in 4-wheelers right now, and 2 were in lawnmowers right now. So I already knew these were good batteries. They're like $60 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it came in, and then I got to measuring after it came in. It's listed online as being a U1 on the Amazon listing. I'll put a link in the description for it, but when it comes in, of course, it doesn't say U1 anywhere on it. But this is a starting battery. It was listed as being for marine or lawnmower. Got some really good specs. This little guy has 650 cold cranking amps. I've been having good luck with this one. It's only 320. Long story short, let me get to it. If you have a lawnmower that has a very specific size that battery has to fit inside of, it can't be any taller, wider, any of that. That mower over there also has a very specific size that it needs to be. It's not going to fit if you try to do this. This battery is taller. It's actually a smidge wider than the U1s as well. But that little bit, it's about a ½ inch. It's about a ½ inch taller. Keeps it from being able to go properly in place with a lawnmower like these two. But I think I'm gonna get a little bit lucky. Even this one, this Gravely right here, has this type of deal, right? So you have a lot more room to play with. But even that is not enough threads sticking up. I need about a ½ inch, and that's a little less than a ½ inch. But on my other Gravely over here, I've already taken that AGM out of it. There's about a ½ inch of threads sticking up out of the top of, you can see those wing nuts right there. So I think it's gonna fit in here. This space right here also has some extra width or I guess depth to it. So I think it's gonna fit in here just perfect. It's probably gonna work out great. It's not a big deal. This is actually my mower with the biggest engine on it. So those extra cranking amps, I think it's gonna save the day that I have 1 out of 4 lawnmowers that battery is actually gonna fit in. After I get it installed, I'll put another clip in here showing what that fitment looks like. But you know, if a guy has 1 lawnmower and he orders one of these and it needs to fit in a very specific spot as far as what the measurements can be, he would be disappointed. So be careful with that. I don't feel like this is actually a group U1 size. It's close, but just be careful. Measure and everything, and make sure you feel like you do or do not have the proper space for something that's slightly bigger, especially on the height. It's about a 1/2 inch taller. That width, or I guess that's actually the depth, is, see, I didn't measure this, but that is about a 1/4 inch. It's about a 1/4 inch deeper and about a 1/2 inch taller. The width is spot on. That way is spot on, but that's the only measurement that's perfect with a U1. So let me get these things switched around, and I'll splice another video back in here and show you how it turned out. All right, guys, it worked. I got lucky. It fits in here, but look at the tops of the threads. I mean, probably even a little below flush. I could crank on them a little bit more. They're already really tight. But still, that battery would not have fit in any of those other 3 lawnmowers. I got really lucky there. May have to chime back in 2-3 years, let you know how this thing's doing. Boy, it's starting with some authority. I love that. Yeah, I can tell that it's got that extra power. You know, the advantages to lithium is they're lighter. Weight, you know, weight-wise, they're lighter, and they last like a whole lot longer. The amount of cycles that a lithium battery can do is like many more times than you know, a regular flooded lead acid or a sealed, you know, an AGM. Anyhow, but they're more expensive in just about every case that I know of. And then the AGM that I had in there fits over here good. It fits just fine. We're back to being able to crank this guy good. That guy's cranking really good. So I don't know. Let's see. Something else I was going to say. Also, if this would not have worked, I would have probably been SOL, because a lot of these Chinese lithium batteries cannot be sent back. I would have been stuck with it. It wouldn't have fit, and probably anything that I own, man, it would have probably just sat on the shelf and cost me nearly $200 that I wouldn't have been able to use it. I don't know. Anyhow, so if you're thinking about doing this, boy, take some measurements. Make sure, look at the measurements online. I know I'm doing you a big disservice here by not sharing the measurements of this thing with you. I should have done that, but keep in mind it's about a 1/2 inch taller than a U1, and it's about a 1/4 inch deeper than a U1. So anyhow, just wanted to put this out there, maybe save somebody else some trouble, or if they're wondering about it like I was. Anyhow, that's it. I'll chime in maybe 2 or 3 years, let you know how it's done. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys.